Hi,
Good morning.
everybody.
Good morning, Solange.
Hi, Lucinda. How are you? Happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Uh, she asked me what I want to talk about, not that. Okay. Anyway, all right. Moving forward, we just had Ishmael Perez, and that was really nice. He came, and then we did 4 successful seatings. And in those seatings, he was able to sign like a lot of books and to take a lot of pictures with people. And it was super intimate. And so he's thinking about maybe coming back and doing it again later in the year. And so that would be kind of cool. And then, gosh, we didn't really discuss what we were going to talk about today, but a lot of things that are coming up for me is that like Mother's Day in the upper hemisphere was yesterday, and you were saying that in the lower hemisphere it's in October. And when Mother's Day comes up, there's always like so much stuff that comes up, right? Because
Hmm,
there's other people that, like, there's moms that we're involved with that maybe we haven't done healing around,
exactly. And
right?
mom really need loads of healing around. I feel like it was a huge transformation for me, at least since I have Bruno. So I feel like I've done so much healing and through all the things that I could see after having him. um, it was a huge transformation, like personal transformation, but at the same time, like at first I was trying to be the same person that I used to be, and I feel like having clear after that I'm not gonna be that person anymore, helped me healing a lot more. So I think it's a great topic to talk about.
Okay, then we'll get into divine feminine.
Mm,
I love divine feminine. Well, we associate divine feminine with female energy, and it is to a certain degree, but it's also got a lot of powerful energy in it. So divine feminine energy is kick-ass take names energy, and it's healing energy. So it's very spiritual energy. It's like the alchemy of who you are. And so that is like, because like we'll have a lot of ideation is like masculine energy, but it's also feminine energy. Actionable energy is both as well. And depending on how passionate you are about it and how thoughtful and spiritual you are about it, those are the types of energies that you're dumping into your experience. So that's what that was like, the big thing, the big come away. Like Saturday night stories live was Saturday, and we had a lot of people here. And so when the people were here, we were able to like talk to them. I love talking to people one on one. That's like the best. And so
mm-hmm.
so when new people come into the space, that's like my giddy up. I just love that. When they come in, I blow them away, and I do like a lot of stuff so that way, well, mostly I do it so that I can have a conversation with them.
Yes, yes,
And
you
people,
can learn a lot from different experiences, different people. It's amazing.
yes, yeah, yep. Sorry. Okay, so on Saturday Night Stories Live, the big thing at the end was like, because it's always the conversations at the end. The stories are wonderful. We did poetry, and there was like a couple that came and talked about how they got together. And so it was like really cool. And there was just like some really heartwarming stories that were up there, probably 6 or 7. And after the stories, everybody talks, right? So there's like 2 hours of people just in community really having a good time talking about like personal stuff and finding that they're not so alone, right? And so we were discussing rabbit holes, okay,
Mm,
and how we create them. We don't mean to, but we create them. We create them on a regular basis, right? And so she had a story, okay, about a circumstance. And every time she would start the story, I would say, that's a story. That's a story. That's a story. That's a story. And then the last time I said, you're building a rabbit hole. And she goes, oh. And so that right there, that takes you into your divine feminine understanding because you feel energy as well, right? And so for me, like Mom's Day was really good. I This is the very first time that I was able to say I love you, mommy, and that was like
Mm.
really, really just a blessing. It was like so cool, and it's been quite a few years. I can't give you my birthday because I changed the year and I don't know what year it is. Like one year I was laughing because like I couldn't remember what year I was born. I remember what year I was born, but I don't remember the age. I don't remember the math. Let's say that, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't realize that that's just an honest mistake. so 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 anyway, so my youngest son decided that I should be a certain age so that way our age discrepancy wasn't so much. And I said, I'm down. So that's how my age changed. And I started laughing because my grandmother used to, her age, anytime you asked her age, it just depended on the day. So,
That's
and I
clever.
used to get really upset because, like, I thought, oh man, doesn't she even know her age? And it's like, well, yeah, shit, yeah, I know my age, but you don't need to know my age. You're asking me a stupid question. What is it you really want? And so, yeah. So, yeah. So, Mother's Day, what do you guys do to celebrate Mother's Day there? Probably the same thing everybody else does, but I'm really interested.
We usually, well, it's a springtime here in October, so we usually have lunch. It's very common for us to have lunch, probably somewhere outside or like spending time in the nature, which
Hmm.
is really nice for me. I love that part because
Yeah.
it's like getting warmer and it's not really hot, so you can like enjoy a really good time outside. And then it's very common here to celebrate it like as a family day, not only as a mom's day, because when we were kids in the school, we usually did like some activities or something for our moms. But then we understood that there's as a society, right? We understand that there's many ways that you can be family, not only having a mother, because there's so many families without, or so many kids without mothers. So it's more common to celebrate it as a family day now. So it's a very nice concept for me because those who have like no mother uh, for different reasons can like celebrate it as well and feel included in that day, right? So
Right.
we usually give some gifts for moms and for anybody like you feel like it's a really mom for you, not only your um, birth mom, right? So
Right.
yes, that's what we do usually.
That's cool. So you described such a spiritual experience, right?
Yes,
And
yes.
so when we do Father's Day, right, it's a little different. But Mother's Day is very inner world, right?
Mm,
We're going into our emotions, we're going into like how we feel about things. That's divine feminine energy, right?
exactly.
And so like, right, and that's the flow. That's the flow of who we are.
Hmm.
So yeah, so when we go in and we start to think about like how we feel about things and we come into I want to say proximity, like close to where it is that we want to be. Sometimes we have a tendency to be at that space where we've asked for something and we can see it coming in. And because we're almost there, we're so afraid to receive it that we're like, oh, I don't know. Maybe this isn't the right thing for me. And so I want to talk about that too. And
Great.
so like what about that for you, Solange? Have you noticed that around you that a lot of people are self-sabotaging right now?
Oh yes, yes, all the time. Like I do it all the time as well, because even when I'm like trying to understand or trying to heal like all the time and on the spiritual path for many years now, I'm trying to not to do it, but it's the same with the rabbit hole. You don't realize because you're like having those conversations, those inner conversations all the time. And when I'm feeling like I'm self-sabotaging, I'm like, okay, stop there, stop right there.
Right.
And I see it with a lot of people as well, even with some friends. So I have a very very close friend that she's separated right now. She had a boyfriend for 5 years, and now she's trying to build her life again. And she's
Be
like,
sovereign.
exactly. And she's like self sabotaging all the time around this. And I'm like, okay, you're doing it again. But I think it's really good to have someone by your side, like who is seeing this, so you can like be with that person and trying to like all the time uh, be that light, or be that alarm that it's turning on and saying, okay, you're doing it again, so get out,
It's good that
come
you
on.
have a friendship that you can do that with.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do.
Yeah, that's cool. I really so for me, I really think that you brought forward some great ideas right there, and I just kind of want to go over them a little bit. Like having somebody that is away from the
Mm,
situation that you can talk to, right? Not necessarily the other person in the situation, because then that means you're still in the experience. So I really like how you were able to help her pull out, and then you just keep reminding her that she doesn't have to do that.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And that's big because like we don't know that. We think that that is like what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to tell ourselves, oh, bad person, bad person, be better. Be better person, don't do that anymore.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
And then what kind of tools could you give an individual? So for me, like redirecting it back to the individual. And so what are you going to do about that? How do you feel about that? What would you, so if you could have like this kind of freedom, what would that look like? What would steps would you take? So that's how I would kind of lead somebody. I
Mm-hmm.
would kind of keep asking them what their plans were, to ask them to evolve, right? What are your plans to evolve? Like you're here now, but now what do you want to do? That's like kind of like how, because I know that that energy, the right now energy that they're experiencing, they're probably not going to have that for like the whole time. And it's easier to recognize that, lessen the charge, and then start talking about what you really want, because you're coming out of the rabbit hole basically for me. And
Exactly.
so, yeah.
Yes, and I think we've talked about gratitude a lot, but I think this is a really good point as well, because I'm always telling her, for example, regarding to her relationship and everything. Okay, so probably you need to be really grateful for what you live with this person, but he's not with you anymore. So moving on, it's a way to be grateful for all what you live with that person. And I think it gives you another perspective of the present time, right? Because if you're like if you're being present in this moment, it's the only way that you can build your future again, for me. So
Right. Those
um
are that's a healthy component.
exactly.
Yeah, being present.
Being
Those are great
present,
practices.
being grateful for what you lived, even if it wasn't what you thought, or even it wasn't like
Even
maybe
if
it
you're
wasn't her
stepping away
plan.
from the experience, right? Even if you're
Exactly.
stepping away from the experience. Because that's what
Hmm.
we do. We decide that we're in an experience and we're like, oh, do I want to be here anymore? That's
Hmm.
it. It doesn't matter what the experience is. We could be eating ice cream, we could be shopping at Gucci, we could be we could be doing anything. And we'll ask
Exactly.
ourselves, am I done with this? Am I done with this yet? Am I done
Hmm.
with this? And it's
Yes,
usually contrast.
exactly.
And
And
so
another good practice for me is like to pick one day of the week and having no complaints at all. Like today, Monday, is a day that I'm picking with no complaints. So I'm not going to complain about the traffic. I'm not going to complain about the economy. I'm not going to complain about anything. at least for
Oh,
today. So I
that's
think
cool.
it's a really good way, and a really good way to remind ourselves about the present time as well, and how we can be grateful for everything what we have, instead of being thinking of what we don't have yet, right?
Right. I really agree with that. I really like how you talked about gratitude, because gratitude is a vibration that we can introduce to our experience on command. We can just go into our heart chakra and feel it. And when we feel it, it changes, it shifts like everything around us and our view, our concept of everything. It gives us different perspectives. And so that's why it's so important. But gratitude is like a cornerstone of being able to find some sort of sanity in
Exactly.
everything.
Sanity, the right
Yeah, for
word.
sure.
Yes.
Right? Oh, man. So, all right. Well, we covered quite a bit today. We talked
Yes.
about, yeah, we talked about divine feminine energy and how it's spiritual. And then we are talking about spirituality of like Mother's Day, how we have different practices. And we noticed that even in our practices, that they're very spiritual. They tend to be more spiritual. We go out into nature. Okay. So we
Mm-hmm.
become more contemplative, right? We're moving into our feelings. We're moving into experiential, gathering as a family, being honored, being
Mm.
honored, right? And all of that. So it's a very ritualistic, sacred practice. And that's moms. That's just moms. And so all over the world, this is practiced. It's a ritual. We provide ceremony around it. It's a
Exactly.
very spiritual practice. It's where we
Mm.
get to express our love to Divine Mother, right?
Exactly. Hmm.
Heck yeah.
Amazing. I really love that.
Right?
I think it was a really nice conversation, and we covered lots of like important topics and things as usual, right?
Right, right. I love I this is what I love. I love that we're coming together and it's getting better. It's getting better every time. This is so
Yes.
awesome.
And we are going to the rhythm again after a few weeks that we.
Oh yeah. Well, this last these last few weeks, these last few months, I should say, have been kind of dicey for me. I thought that we would be done in the back a little bit sooner, and so like I kind of pushed away like personal clients because I thought I'd be really busy back there. And the thing
Mhm.
is that after all was said and done, I figured out how to incorporate both. So it's really good. I'm very happy. I'm very
Yes,
happy.
yes, it's amazing. I can't wait to see the blog. I can't wait to see the little tour over Bodhi,
Yes.
because it's
Right.
the
Today is
only
the
way that I
tour.
can be really present there
Yes.
for now.
Yes. Yes. It's like it's so close to everything being just tip top, but the back is all open. And so we're happy about that. So we have the front where the store is. We have the body shop in the front. And then, oh, that was lively on Saturday. A lot of people. So when people come into the shop, I don't know if they know that this is the experience that you get. I'm here. This is me. I'm at the shop. So if you come to the shop and you buy like a crystal or something, it doesn't really matter. You just come into the shop. I'm going to read you. I'm going to scan you. I'm going to ask you what's up. And I'm going to go, woo, and you'll feel better. And I don't really, you can give me a donation if you want, but I do it because I can see you're hurting. I do it
And
because I
you'll
see you're
get the
hurting.
Lucinda's experience right there.
Yes, woo! You'll have the Lucinda experience. Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. We did. Okay, so I don't know how much you want to talk about, like right now, of it. Not on
Let's
this,
do it.
not for this. Yeah, you want to?
Yes,
Okay, and
sure.
okay, so maybe we could. Okay, another day, but this will be good. So what we did was we decided to make everything super affordable. We have bougie treatments. We have bougie treatments that are like 2+ hours, and those are 450. Those are 450, no problem. We're gonna do that. You're gonna do a lot of therapies, but you're gonna sit with Dawn and I, and we're gonna take care of you in many different ways. And so
Amazing.
that particular those sessions we have on a card, and they're all described and everything. And I'll send you a picture of it so you know what it says, because it's like I should probably read them to you, but they're right there. Can I grab it?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I don't want to knock my oil off. Okay. So you know how come in people will come in to different places of business, and they're not really sure what it is that they want. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They're just not sure. And so what I found is that mostly the people that come in, because they can't really articulate what they're experiencing, but they know it's something that they don't want to experience. Okay.
Mm.
And they can't really tell exactly what it is. So these are the 450 bougie ones. Okay. And then on the
Amazing.
other side of the menu, we added different ways to learn about the technologies that we have.
I love it.
Isn't that great? What a great idea, huh? Okay.
Yes.
So I did all of them like menus.
I love it because it's in that way they're gonna see like how the whole experience is gonna be, right?
Exactly. So like there's three different choices for this one, right? One of them is the trust us starter. That one is, this is a must for first time clients. We sit with you, shift your energy, do some shadow work, read and describe your current energetic field to you. This helps to release emotional and mental debris from previous experience, restores clarity. We answer your questions. Your alignment is restored with your chakras and meridians, balance and harmony, extended session time. We will use various therapies
Oh,
during this session. Okay. Now, maybe somebody's like, oh, I don't think I need that.
right?
Right. So I reworded it and made it a different way. You have a main desire. See, starter main. Okay, anyway. All right. You are a person that knows what you want. You may be at the top of your game and have just a few pesky things on your mind, and so a clearing is on the dance card for sure. Then we're going to get really clear on what you truly want to experience in your reality. Wherever you're at, we can help you achieve your desires. That's the
Oh,
magic one. Can you tell? That's good,
exactly.
right? Okay. And then this is the last one. Ah, you got just desserts. You know how people are like, God, my day is so bad. And it could be really bad, but you're just like, oh, but we don't know that that's just the opposite end of the pendulum swing, and it's our job to climb out of the hole, right? Right,
Exactly.
that we don't understand that at that time. We think that something's being done to us by the universe. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so here's how I wrote this one. I said, we want you to really listen to what you're saying to yourself. What is the conversation about? Is it favorable and fun and frivolous? If not, you're using the wrong set of F words. Have you been experiencing sleeplessness, irritability, forgetfulness, just some stuff you don't need to have around? You may be in what is called the extreme polarity of a universal pendulum swing. This is a just what the doc ordered kind of session. So those are the three sessions for the bougie one. And then we have a body menu. Our body menu is really cool. I like it. It looks like you're going to breakfast or lunch or whatever.
I love it.
Isn't that cool? How
$27
nice.
treats. Ooh.
Yes. So $27 treats. Okay, so first it says all experiences receive complimentary energy therapy. So everybody getting this shift.
Of course, the
Everybody
moment
getting
they
this shift. No matter who you are, when you come in here, you will know that you are shifting. You're shifting, you're shifting, you're shifting.
exactly
Right.
the moment
And so
you enter body studios and you like cross Lucinda in your way.
well, you know what we did was we made the building the technology. And so that like changes everything. We make the building the technology, you can imbue it with the energy that you would like. Then people can come in and they can get cleared right away. They can feel safe. There's just like a lot of intention that you can put into a space so that people have a pleasurable experience. And that's what we're doing. We do that all the time. So yeah.
I
So
love it.
one, right? Okay, so we have $27 treats. That's the full body vibe machine. That's for like 10 minutes. And then the electric muscle stimulation acupressure therapy. That's a mat that you put your feet on. That's a 20-minute therapy. Ear coning, because maybe you don't need both ears, right?
Mm.
Hi, Del. Thank you. I guess we'll just know today is my birthday. Okay. All right. And then ear coning, because maybe you don't need both ears, maybe you just need one. And then oxygen aromatherapy, 30 minutes for $27. And then we have the 55 therapies, right? And so that's like the ionic foot bath detox, the foot reflexology, the lipo laser, the Tesla experience for 30 minutes. We have yoni and lingam steaming. And then we also have you can get 2 sessions of oxygen aromatherapy for 35 minutes apiece if you have a buddy with you. That's another thing, right? And then the $75 adventures are the bougie detox foot bath, the Tesla experience for 40 minutes, and then we do chakra balancing.
I love it.
Right. Chakra balancing is crazy, but we do it and it's usually pretty fast. And so like that's what we're doing. So you can come and have nice time. And anyway, very excited about our little thing being open. And so today when we do the newsletter and we put that all in there, that'll be cool.
Amazing. Yes, I can't wait to see some videos and all the things
Oh
around
yeah.
that.
Well, Solange, I'm gonna load up WhatsApp today. That's what I have to do. And
Yes,
so
I
I
love
loaded
that.
up Canva. Yeah, I loaded up Canva a little bit, so that was nice. And then we'll get the newsletters out, and then we have special offers. We have a lot of special offers, so I'm really excited because like we can go ahead and make it super affordable, but you can get a big bang for your buck, right? And then depending on how busy we get, we have some people that we want to maybe have like complimentary spa day for like people who support us and just different things like that. And,
Mhm.
so we're really looking forward to having a good time back there. But,
Yes, amazing.
so I love you very much. Was this
I love
good?
you too. Yes, it was really nice, and the bonus track about like talking about body studios, all the spa thing. I loved it.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just like it has really it has given us an opportunity to really look at how we want to be a service and who we want to be a service with. And we became very selective. When we got very selective and drilled down to what kind of energy it was that we wanted to be able to play with, when you pull in the right people, the polarity is in the center more. There's more balance, right? You're not so far this way or that way on the pole. And so we wanted a better experience, something that was a little bit more sustainable. So we're really speaking to like the heart chakra to be able to open that up so that you feel safe when you're vulnerable. Because being vulnerable just means that you're sharing a little bit of yourself that you haven't shared before, maybe with another individual or even yourself. And so, vulnerability is a place where maybe at one point in your life you had a difficulty. Or maybe you had an experience that kind of gave you a message you translated that said, oh, no, I don't do that anymore. Oh, no, I can't be that way anymore. Oh, I'm not enough. And the reason why is because you didn't get feedback and you didn't find satisfaction or completion in that particular experience. It's very natural. We do that every day. And so, one thing that I would really like to remind everybody of, this is something that is a practice that is very diligent for me.
Mm.
And as I'm pulling my practices together and I'm sharing the practices are phenomenal. So, one of them, the one that I want to share with you, is that when you practice mindfulness, okay, the reason that you practice mindfulness is for closure. Okay, that's why you practice mindfulness. Mindfulness practices will not tell you that that is why you practice mindfulness. Okay,
Mm.
but that is why you practice mindfulness, for closure. You're looking for satisfaction and you're looking for completion. And so we're infinite beings, right? And so that's our oxymoron. We're always looking for closure and the end. And so, but we're infinite beings. And so one of the things is that you can't get it wrong and you never get it done. So that's something you might want to keep like maybe more forward in your mind, right? So you can be
Mhm.
more forgiving of your time and how you spend it. And that's how we get like twisted on our time, is because we think, oh my gosh, I didn't do this and I should have done that. and you could do anything. That's really what it comes down to. So one of the things was that I noticed that a lot of people are developing stories, reasons why things are happening. When you're doing that, you're creating completion. That's why you're doing it. You're looking for completion, but are you telling yourself the truth? Okay. Are you telling yourself the truth? Is it true what you're saying to yourself about what your experience is? Is it true? Is it true? Is it true? Or are you just making it up because you want to complete the experience? If you're making something up to stop something, it's going to give you another vibration of disharmony. It's going to create contrast. It's going to be more difficult to pull away from the experience and find that satisfaction, find that completion. So one of the things is that, and it changes, right? Voice changes. one of the things that you may experience while you're, I don't know what to do about it. I let them come. I just say, okay, let's do it. All right. One of the things that you experience is that you're not authentic with how you express yourself. And if you can't be authentic with how you express yourself, you're going to lie to yourself about your situation. That's going to give you a disparity in your experience because you're experiencing something different than what you're describing to yourself. And that is dissatisfactory. Okay? Dissatisfaction is what we suffer from. So do the opposite shit.
Right.
Tell a better story. Tell a better story about what you're fucking experiencing. Like right now, I'm having a blast because I'm online and I'm with a really good friend, Solange, and we're talking about BSS. That's what we're talking about. BSS, because that's what it is. It's BSS, belief systems and spirituality. And the reason that we treat it the way that we do is because everything that we are is spiritual. Every decision, every word, every feeling, everything spiritual. Our energy is spiritual. It has the ability to create a belief system around some kind of fucking experience. Okay. So that's what you check. You check to see if you're telling yourself the truth about what you're experiencing. And if it's off, you're off. That's it.
Exactly.
And then you can jump in that other rabbit hole. Why did I say that to myself? Why would I do that? Blah, 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 blah.
And there he goes again.
Yes, that's life.
It's just an infinite loop that would never end.
Nope. Nope. But we're looking for closure. So something else. Okay. So to couple it with that, okay, something else that I'm practicing is that when I'm in, like we were getting ready to end just a second ago, right? And then all of a sudden, I'm not ready to end yet because we really came up with something that we want to share with people, right? And so as we're doing this, we're finding satisfaction. Okay. And so as we find this satisfaction, we're in the experience, we're deciding how long we want to be in the experience. And then the joy that we're having. Okay, great. So now we're in satisfaction. Now we can ask ourselves, what do you think, Solange? You think this has been a good broadcast?
I think so. Yes,
Right.
it's
And so
been
now
amazing. We covered everything that we could cover today. And yes, it was really good.
cool. And so like how you're feeling right now is that you start to feel the energy ebb and pull away from you. Okay. That's what happens when you have your satisfaction. You're completing your experience. Now I'm not going to take any trash with me to my next experience.
Exactly.
Peace.
And that's the feeling of completion, like having all in the body.
That's right. It's in the body. It's always in the body. Everybody get in your body, not in your belly. Get in your body.
Well, in your belly could be as well, but Right.
Eating is harmonious with life.
Exactly.
That's right. I love you, Solange. Okay,
I
so
love
we'll
you
be
too.
back next Monday for sure, right?
Exactly. Same
Yeah,
time, same
we're back
channel.
on the hamster wheel. We're back on the hamster wheel. Same bat
Yes.
channel.
See you. Bye.
Bye.